Hey guys, it's Zach here from Zach Reacts, and today we're doing my first review in Stargirl 7 or 1-7, Shriv Part 1. I have my notes here. I just watched the episode for my second time, and I wrote notes down for the whole episode, so I'm going to be reading you off some notes that I have for it. Yeah. So at the beginning of the episode, the major thing, everybody's like really enjoying their new lives and everything. Like, obviously, like Courtney is like the staff, and why do I keep wanting to say Rex? Rick. He's drawing an hourglass. He's carving an hourglass into the tree, and then Beth singing karaoke with the goggles, and Yolanda punching the punching bag, then hugging the Wildcat mask. Okay. And then after that little montage of that, they're talking about, Pat and Courtney are talking about training. And then just as Mike gets home from his job, he says the excuse is that that Pat's gonna teach Courtney how to drive. And he's all like, and then Barbara wants to talk to him. He's all like, oh yeah, I'm sorry, I should tell you everything. And then he's legit about to tell her about the JSA, about Stripe C, and about the new JSA, which was ridiculous. Oh yeah. And then in the hospital scene in the episode where Brainwave Jr. is in the hospital with his dad, and then Cindy comes in to visit him, and then he's all like, I think I could just wish it for him to wake up. I know it sounds crazy. And she's like, yeah, it does sound crazy. But I wrote down in my notes, once his powers progress, I think that would be something that'd be possible. Like, you know? Maybe. And then Cindy talks about homecoming to him, which kinda gets him pissed off in this scene, and then later in the episode too at the school. And then she's all like, oh, sorry. Oh shit. And then there's like a scene where with the new JSA at school walking all together, and Cindy said, get out of my way. And then she just walks straight through him. And then Beth went to elementary school with her, and then so she knows the background behind her. And she said her mom died, and then her dad remarried twice. So, and then she became like the scariest person ever. In 4th grade, what Beth said. Beth's words, not mine. And then Beth really almost revealed their identity for like the 3rd freaking time in a row. Why is she freaking superhero like shit? She needs to get slapped across the face every time she does it. She did it like once in the Hour Man episode. I think she did it one other time too. And now this time. And then I don't know if this is like for certain, but I kinda think maybe maybe this is a thing, but maybe not at the same time. I think Icicle may have a thing for Barb. They don't really hint at it that much, just a little bit. Maybe if he does, he's gonna kill Pat like he killed the other dude with his wife, you know? Oh, and in that scene with that girl who was talking to Cindy, her name was Jenny, so I put her down as Jenny. Okay. Jenny tells Cindy she was asked to homecoming. And then Cindy has a bad reaction. It's called a bit. And then she goes and then because of this, she goes and finds Brainwave Jr. again and asks him to if we could go to homecoming again. And then he's like, no, I'm not even playing in the game. You want to go that bad and go with somebody else. And then she's like, there was a lot in this episode. I have freaking like 3 pages full of notes. Yeah. Well, this is 1, but same thing. Can you even see that? Oh, 1 and then 2. So we got a lot. Cindy runs into the janitor and the janitor swipes the mop over her shoes. And then she gets all mad at her and the janitor says like a quote about her book. And then yeah. Then we follow the janitor into the janitor's closet and we see a horse calendar and a sword. Oh yeah, okay, so Courtney and Cindy are in science class, and they're the only 2 left without partners for a science project, and they have to be partners. And like, Cindy basically does the project all by herself. And yeah, and then freaking all Courtney does just pour a little thing like this. And then Cindy puts it up there, then the cloud goes up. It was actually kind of cool. Nothing I do in science can tell you that much. We play with M&M's. We actually did that for a project. Okay, Brainwave Jr., he's in geometry. And they're taking a test, and he's hearing people's thoughts during the test. And he's like getting all the answers. And to be fair, if you had mind powers like this, who wouldn't do this? You can't say that you wouldn't do this. No, you would do this. You listen to the smart kids in the room and you just use their answers. Because they're probably right. Okay, Cindy did science experiments for fun, for dad. And we all know what that means now that we watched the episode. You better have not just clicked on this if you haven't seen the episode. It's a little late because we're kind of into spoilers. We're getting to the goods now. This episode had a lot of stuff in it. Cindy and Courtney kind of became friends-ish for a minute, and then they were gonna hang out on Saturday until they weren't, which I'll get back to. I kind of knew that Courtney shouldn't have, in my first viewing of the episode last night. I'm filming this on Wednesday. I was like, you probably shouldn't piss her off. You kinda should be her friend, you know? Should try and be her friend. And then what happened? Well, you know, if you've seen the episode, unless you're an idiot, just click on a review of a random person with like no subscribers. Cindy walks home and then walks inside her house, and she like gets in like a weird fight with her stepmom. And then her stepmom's like, I'm gonna go to my room a little early. And then she's like, no, I want an afternoon snack. And she's like, I think she's in wine. And then she's all like, okay, then I'll go tell my dad how bad you've been being to me. It's like, and then she's like, okay. And then she says the name of a bottle of wine that she keeps in her room, the stepmom. And then Cindy puts in like a code to go downstairs, and the stepmom's all like, you can't go down there. He's like, your dad doesn't want you to go down there. He's like, well, if I ask him, he'll say he's busy. So she puts in the code and she goes down there. And then there's like a Solomon Grundy cameo, and she's like, stop growling at me. And then we see Dragon King's her father, which I already knew, but maybe you didn't. I don't know. Oh yeah, Cindy tells her dad that she doesn't want to be like a teenager anymore. She doesn't want to be up top. She wants a seat at the table with the Injustice Society, the ISA, and she wants to dump Henry. And then her dad like says no to her, basically. And then like the JSA is in like Pat's like parking garage thing where he repairs all the cars and everything. And then whatchamacallit, they're about to train against these JSA dummies, and Courtney's like talking to Pat while he's trying to give him a history lesson, as Courtney calls it, on the ISA. And then Courtney takes out all the dummies when it was supposed to be like a team exercise. And then it goes back to Cindy talking to her dad, and then it like parallels with Courtney talking to Pat. And then Mike is like, wait, no, I'm not there yet. Cameron or Isaacel Jr., you like someone? It was kind of obvious, but we'll get to that in a second. Mike is jealous of Courtney. I don't know if jealous is the right word, but I didn't know what other word to use. He's all like, oh, she's my dad, or he's my dad. You shouldn't be spending 24 hours with him. You have no idea what we've been through. Blah, 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 blah. You know? I mean, he's got a good point, but at the same time, he doesn't know what they're actually doing behind the scenes. So, you know, he doesn't know why they have to be with you. And then Cameron asks out Courtney. And then Courtney asks Cindy if they can hang out another time because she got asked out by Cameron. And then Cindy says, no, you're lost. Blah, blah, blah. I just realized this. I don't know if I was just being dumb from the last episode, but Sportsmaster is Pat's gym guy, like gym coach or whatever he is, from the beginning of the season where we saw him, and then we found out he was Sportsmaster. I just realized it this episode. I don't know why, but I did. That was just funny, I just put that there. Courtney follows Principal Bowen, and then she sees like the violin in her office. She picks it up, and then like a secret door opens. I don't know if it's because she picked up the violin or what, or what? Said she was gonna go try and wake up Brainwave again. And then Courtney gets her suit and stuff, and then opens the door. And then Cindy heads down to the ISA base looking for her dad. Can't find him, and then she sees like Stargirl on the cameras. And then she gets her suit, and then and fire comes out of the staff. Courtney just full on goes in her face. Damn, that actually kind of went in my face. That's weird. And then she just self-heals. Shriv stabs Courtney with her little wrist dagger thingamabobbers. And then she's like spinning the like staff thing, and then about to shoot off fire probably. And then the janitor comes in with his sword, and he goes, and then she gets hit on the ground. And then Pat's dumbass, he comes in, he's like, Courtney, where you at? Courtney! Now freaking, what's her face? Shriv knows her identity. She's gonna tell her dad, and her dad's gonna tell the ISA. The ISA knows who she is, and then they're gonna connect it, and they're gonna connect it to Pat, probably, because they're not gonna believe it's Barbara. High school's probably not gonna believe it's Barbara because, like I said earlier, I think he has a thing for her. I don't think he's gonna believe that he has anything to do with that. So, and then I don't know if I'm gonna connect it to Our Man and Dr. Midnight and Wildcat though. Probably not. I don't know. We'll see. And then the last thing, which was interesting, they're in the gym, and the janitor kind of like ran away, and he's all like done. And then he looks over there and pats over Courtney's body, and then the janitor's all like, Stripesy. That's really interesting. I just don't know what that's all about. Or Justice League. The last show I really like, like those shows, like DC Animated Universe shows was Batman the Animated Series. I rewatched that. But anyways, off topic. So yeah, that was a good episode. Actually, a lot of stuff happened in Stargirl 1-7, Shriv Part 1. I'm excited for Part 2. I'm going to be watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. tonight, and then filming it tomorrow, editing it soon, editing this soon, and then I don't know when me and Tyler are gonna start filming Zach and Tyler soon. I guess Saturday, because he has practice or a workout or something. So yeah. Thank you for watching. I'll see you later. Bye.